You know, in this world, it's rough. You don't know what you're going to get yourself into, nor will you know what happens next. One screw up and you're gone for good. Your career, your happiness, your livelihood, it'll all go to ruins. It ain't easy, ain't it? Well, you're right, it isn't. Especially for people who look and think differently than you. For too long, many gay people have been hiding in the closet, fearing what they say may have an impact on their life forever. They may get hated on, beaten, and discriminated from bigots and homophobes who detest gays and lesbians. However, there is one community that has had to suffer from the struggles and hate from this discrimination, and that's the black LGBTQ community in Los Angeles. The African American Los Angeles community is largely opposed to gay marriage and feel like their fellow gay black citizens shouldn't have the right to get married. Well, they're wrong. Gay black people deserve the right to marriage, and I'm going to give you all the facts and evidence to prove it. As you can see, our fellow gay and lesbian brothers and sisters have a lot of trouble coming out of the closet if you're doing so. However, that's not their fault. That's the public's fault. Because it is the public who doesn't represent their freedoms and their wills to marry who they want. In the city of Los Angeles, there is this deep and hidden fear about down low men in black communities. Down low men are men who have sexual relationships with other men while being in heterosexual relationships. This fear of down low men causes so many men in the black LA community who are in straight relationships to hide in the closet and refuse to reveal to their female spouses that they're actually gay. For example, two men are having sex with each other, right? How do we know that their sexual activity is safe to perform? Because there is evidence that they rather take the potential risks of contacting HIV than telling their female partner that they're gay due to fear of hate, or afraid of being mocked simply because of your sexual relationship with your partner. That's intolerable and should be unacceptable in our society today. Collective discomfort in the Los Angeles black community also adds fuel to the fire, as the black LGBT community doesn't have the political and social influence they need to form connections with other black gays and lesbians in the community as well. But you can't blame them. There are so many gay black men and women disturbed to talk about this issue because they feel that sexuality is a complicated topic for them. And we created that complicated environment. There is evidence that coming out will cause your whole social sphere to disown you, like your friends, family, co-workers, classmates, and much more. Your own government may go as far as to disown you. On November 4, 2008, California voters passed Proposition 8, a ballot measure that would effectively ban gay marriage in the state for same-sex couples. The proposition passed with 52% of support and 47% of opposition. Here comes the worst part though. Among black voters, there was a high number, as 70% of them supported the ballot measure. However, Prop 8 only got so many votes due to influence from these homophobic groups. There were ads saying, "Protect the sanctity of our children." The protest signs carried "Marriage, one man, one woman." Homophobes weren't born hateful, they were taught hateful. In the Los Angeles black community, there is fear and concern in revealing your gay sexuality, as you could become a victim of violence and/or homophobia. Openly gay black men and women were in huge danger from hate crimes and anger from the black straight community. This goes to show that the black LGBTQ community in LA isn't safe, and that they are going to continue to have homophobic threats against them. There are so many instances, like a young woman about to assault a man because of his sex, or a young man who has blood on his face for holding a gay flag. We need decorum and tolerance again. There are concerns and fears about acceptance into the community from non-gendering comforting men and women. There were mostly tolerant reactions from women about their gender, but the men, not so much. This may lead to even more violence down the line for LGBTQ black people in Los Angeles. Masculinity is part of the problem as well. Because to be masculine means you have to be this tough guy, and you have to be heterosexual, and you can't choose to be yourself, your real self. No, you have to hide behind this false image and not be weak or not be gay in the community. But that's so wrong. Men can't be exposed to their real feelings, and that's why they have trouble. This fight over top status needs to end, because sex doesn't make a man. His character does. We must remember that the First Amendment is the key to this movement, for equality is small and peaceful as a protest, where thousands and thousands of protests, thousands and thousands march of black LGBTQ people and non-LGBTQ black people send a message to the opposers that they want equality and they want it now. You're either for change or you're against it. So if you're interested in joining, come march with us. Even if you don't want to join, then let's have a civil debate, a discussion about the issue. Who is controlling you to oppose love for other human beings? Who is opposing you to be supporter of gay rights for all? Is it the church? Well then, that proves that the church has too much influence on you. The black church may be the moral, social, or political authority that it is. Because anything in the black community in Los Angeles, they are the ones that they go to. They go to church to try to hear their pastor's thoughts on it. And they may think that they're almighty, but that's just not true. It is okay to disagree with your evangelical pastor, because we have the freedom to believe our own thoughts about these issues. And personally, the pastor is not always right. And in time, they'll learn to actually accept you. Take it from a man named James Randall, a 35-year-old minister who revealed that he was gay and had in fact spent the last 10 years in a homosexual relationship. You would think the black straight community would be outraged by this, but shockingly, they accepted Randall's gayness. So if they accepted him, why can't you as well? Well, don't worry, because this is actually what the beginning of support for gay marriage looks like. Acceptance. Because acceptance means you comply. Gaining a sense of new thought religion as changing your ideas, concepts, and beliefs will truly make you free. Because social acceptance means that they are going to accept you for who you are, even if they don't believe that this thing is morally right. They will believe it is morally right for you because it is your choice, and they respect that. Black Angelenos are also given this new sense of thought, this new thought religion, as they are changing how they think and what beliefs they support. And they're beginning to realize this, that they have actually started to distance themselves from the church and begin to support same-sex marriage. And I say that's wonderful. The concept is already working as a group of black lesbians and gays come together and form a new thought religion called religious science. This religious science is a new concept to try to accept diversity and new religious thoughts. And I say that is really, truly good, because it brings unity and love to people. In the end, though, there's still lots of minds to change, but progress was definitely made. The black gays and lesbians in LA just won the war by converting the anti-LGBTQ blacks to join their side in LA. Prop 8 was overturned by a court in 2010, deemed it unconstitutional. The majority of black Angelenos now back gay marriage. The evangelical church no longer has the strong support that it used to. Violence and hate crimes have decreased, and people are more brave about coming out of the closet. Change is absolutely possible. Don't believe that it can't happen, because it can happen. You just have to believe in yourself. You just have to fight for it. You just have to never give up and believe in it. That's how change will truly come. You just believe that it will happen, and that it does happen. And you don't quit.